Bonjour, comment allez-vous? This is the Crypto Kid podcast, and today we discuss the Democrat Party bets the farm. All right, everyone, happy Sunday. We have 2 days to the November 5th presidential election. All indicators are pointing to a landslide victory, both at the popular vote and the Electoral College, with Donald Trump winning. There have been in the last 72 hours a lot of suspicious behavior, which points to the desperateness of the Democratic Party and the Kamala Harris campaign. If we first look at the fact that if we go back to the JD Vance, go back to the month of September with JD Vance and Tim Walz debating in the vice presidential debate, the very next day, Carrie Sheffield came out and said that um, her information indicated that Donald Trump had 287 electoral college votes and that Kamala Harris had between 230 and 35. And also on that day, Polymarket polls had Donald Trump ahead by 9 points. For the last 2 weeks, Polymarket polls has had Donald Trump up by 30 points, with Kamala Harris at 33% and Donald Trump at 66%. So actually, that's 33% higher, 33 points higher. And in the last 72 hours, that 33-point lead has been cut to nine, back down to nine. And in the last 72 hours, tens of millions of dollars have flooded in to the Poly Market betting site in favor of Harris, which is highly suspicious and shows the desperateness of the Democratic Party and the Kamala Harris campaign. They didn't think through this. You guys, Democrats, Kamala Harris campaign, you did not think through how taking 23 points away from Donald Trump would look very suspicious. And what it shows, and we've also heard rumors that Bill Gates, little Billy Gates, donated $50 million to the Kamala Harris campaign. I'm sure George Soros has donated something similar, and there are a lot of other billionaires that are donating to the Kamala Harris campaign because they have money to burn. And what are they? And her campaign already has raised over $1 billion in 1 month. So you would think they would spend it on ads. No, they're throwing it into the betting pool, the Poly Market betting pool, to skew the statistics and data to make it not look like such a landslide victory on the popular side. And this is exactly what's going to happen. If you watch YouTube podcasts, there's a guy, his name is Stephen Gardner. He's a very reputable person. He has 1.78 million viewers. He had Vince Ellison on last night, and Vince Ellison had a lot of important points that he was making in as it pertains to Kamala Harris and the Democratic Party and how they treat the African American community. Specifically, if you look at the Democratic National Convention, you would think that African American women represent 70 to 80% of the US population, because that was what was represented in the crowd. The crowd at the Democratic National Convention 2024 was 70 to 80% African American women. Okay. They didn't say anything about men, they didn't celebrate men at all. And that has come back to bite Kamala Harris. And I believe it's going to be a landslide victory because of that. Because if you're thinking about it, Kamala Harris has ignored African American men. And then Michelle Obama, Stacey Abrams, and Barack Obama coming out and telling African American men that we're weak and that we're racist is not going to change our position. No, she's ignored her. And specifically, we are tired of the Democratic Party choosing for us who needs to be our leader. And if you look at the Democratic Party, only African American women are in any position of power and authority. So that is why we left the party. Okay. And we're tired of women that physically look like Stacey Abrams trying to tell us who we are as men, trying to define for us what is an attractive woman, because I don't see too many. I haven't heard one African American man say that I'm physically attracted to Stacey Abrams. So that is a you problem, Stacey Abrams. You should make yourself more attractive and more men will be attracted to you. But for you to tell me that I'm a racist and a sexist, you're a racist and a sexist in all of your views. Barack Obama is questionable. I moved from California to Washington, D.C., and I voted twice for Barack Obama, and he stabbed me in the back. I didn't get anything. And then with Big Mike, look, for the last 5, 6 years, people have been calling Michelle Obama Big Mike. There is something going on there that you and Barack Obama need to work out, Michelle Obama, because why is everybody calling you Big Mike? All right. You and Barack have a problem. And then if you look at Barack, this is something that I noticed that Vince Ellison pointed out. He said, look at how skinny Barack Obama has become. And it's from all them cigarettes and that alcohol that he's been drinking. And you also notice that with Bill Clinton, they look very frail, and you're wondering what happened to them. And then you contrast that to Donald Trump. Donald Trump recently looks like he lost 50 to 60 pounds. And his campaign probably said, hey, you've been eating a lot of them steaks, man, over at Mar-a-Lago, man. I know you've been playing golf, but you're going to want to cut back on all them steaks and lose some weight. And if you look at Donald Trump, he looks like he's lost 50 to 60 pounds. He is energetic. He is bright. He is going on it. And then you look at Kamala Harris. She looks tired, stressed out. And then she's trying to say that Donald Trump is the one that looks all tired. And they're so desperate, all they can resort to is name calling and insults. And if we look at it, and this is something that fake mainstream media has not, and she's always talking about, well, she's trying to give all these people's opinion that he's not fit to be president. He's already been president before. You're not fit to be president, Kamala Harris. You've done nothing to earn it. And let's look at the start of Kamala Harris's political career. It started when she was 29 years old, and she moved in with married Willie Brown, and he was in his 60s. And Willie Brown paved the way for Kamala Harris to become district attorney. And then mayor once Gavin Newsom moved out of the San Francisco mayor's office. Okay. And at that time, Willie Brown remained married to his wife, who is the mother of his children. But Kamala Harris and Willie Brown went around town in public. So, and I don't see any of the legacy fake news media reporting on any of these facts, okay? Because this is the integrity of the legacy, soon to be gone dinosaur fake news media. Here's what I see happening. ABC, NBC, and CBS, CNN are going to go into bankruptcy. Donald Trump is going to buy NBC. The Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, the Forbes magazine, Bloomberg report, they're going to go down too. And Donald Trump is going to buy the New York Times magazine for pennies on the dollar and turn it into a reputable newspaper, because like today is Sunday, the New York Times is $8. Nobody's paying $8 for that garbage that's all one-sided, all Democrat leaning, and is always spewing hatred. Like, people want objectivity. Like, I am a conservative, a constitutionalist, and so I'm a registered Republican, but I'm going to talk crap about any Republican or any Democrat that is not doing the right thing. You are, from this day forward, you are going to get the Rush Limbaugh treatment. I'm taking an equal opportunity to talk crap about any Democrat that is elected doing illegal stuff and any Republican. And if you're a Democrat or a Republican and you're in Congress and you're doing illegal stuff, Donald Trump is going to put all of you guys in prison. And that's what we're talking about, draining the swamp. We want all of these swamp creatures who are unethical, immoral, and conduct illegal activity under the guise of Congress, and then want to go after other people and hit them with federal charges. Okay, So we need to clean up Washington, D.C. We need to clean up the House of Representatives, the House of Senators, any illegal behavior that they're doing, whether they're a Republican or a Democrat. I want to see them in an orange jumpsuit with ankle shackles. Okay. That's how you're going down. We're not letting anybody. Okay. So to all my friends and family, don't do anything illegal because I'm putting you in jail too. Okay, you break the law, I'm putting you in federal prison. All right, I'm the sheriff around here. Okay, and we're tired of this corruption throughout our government. And now African Americans are participating in it. And so I'm not going to support African Americans joining in the fray of illegal behavior because we've been shut out of power and have not had an opportunity to do the illegal things that white people have traditionally done in the American government. Why would you celebrate that? Like, oh, we finally made it, black people. Now we can do the same illegal stuff as white people in the government once I get elected. No, and don't do that. And another reason don't do it because it's black people that always go down. So when somebody needs to go down and pay for all these crimes, take a look at Bill Cosby. Look at all the crazy stuff that went down in Hollywood, but they wanted to go after Bill Cosby. Look at all the stuff that happened at the Playboy Mansion, but they only went after Bill Cosby. Look at all the crazy stuff that continues to go on with child prostitution and all of this stuff that goes on. And it's rumored that Congress participates in this, but we already know that Hollywood does. And who did they go after? P. Diddy. So it's always black people, black men that have to go down for all of these crimes. So even if you were thinking, well, hey, I'm glad a black person, we black people, we finally in there with the Democratic Party. Look, when somebody needs to get in an orange jumpsuit, take a look at P. Diddy and realize it's going to be you. The black man is going to be the first person to go to prison for any of this illegal activity. All right. So don't participate in it and don't believe the hype. Another thing, this Ann Seltzer clown out of nowhere woke up and she just tweeted, I did a poll of 5 of my Democratic friends in Iowa, and Kamala Harris is leading by 3 points. What? So that means 2 of your friends are voting for Donald Trump and 3 of your friends are voting for Kamala Harris. So your poll consisted of 5 of your friends in Iowa. And because of that, Kamala Harris mysteriously is leading 3 points. In addition to that, there's another headline that they suppressed in Pennsylvania. I don't know about you, but for the last 3 weeks, I've heard fake mainstream media say that the GOP lost in their election integrity lawsuit. They did not want to count ballots that had no date, questionable date, or outdated, and they lost. Well, lo and behold, Friday, the Pennsylvania Supreme Court just voted that no, you certainly will not count any votes that have no date, a destroyed or questionable date, or is outdated. You can't count them. And has the fake mainstream media gone back and corrected that? No, they haven't. And that's why they've lost their integrity. They've lost their way. And boys and girls on the Democratic and Republican side, watch the mainstream media, watch the Democratic Party. Don't lose your way. See, because this could easily happen to Republicans. This could easily happen to African Americans. Look at Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, Stacey Abrams. Look at Kamala Harris. Look at these African Americans. Look at Oprah. Look at Whoopi Goldberg. They've lost their way. And since they've surrounded themselves with people that think like them, they can't this becomes the problem with joining a fraternity or sorority. If you're in this, it's group think. If you join a sorority or fraternity, it's group thinking. And you're terrorized and chastised for pointing out flaws of your fraternal brothers or sorority sisters. So when they're doing bad and you call them out on their crap, other members of that organization say, hey, don't publicly admonish them because it looks bad. So you let the bad behavior continue. And when you surround yourself, like if you're doing something illegal and you surround yourself with criminals, they're doing illegal stuff too. So they're not going to call you out on their crap because they don't want you calling them out on their crap. So neither one of you guys call each other out on each other's crap and illegal behavior. That's what's happened to the Democratic Party. That's what's happened to these African Americans like Michelle Obama, Barack Obama, Whoopi Goldberg, Kamala Harris, Stacey Abrams. They surround themselves with people that are committing questionable, dubious, possibly illegal activity and behavior. And it's like when you're high and you can't smell your breath, and you don't realize that you've been drinking a lot of alcohol and your breath smells, but you're intoxicated. So you don't realize that your breath smells. And that's where these Democrats and these African Americans that are part of the political elite within the Democratic Party, they've become drunken in their own venom, and they can't see how they appear to other people. So when Polly Market has Donald Trump at 66% of the popular vote and Kamala Harris at 33%, and then in 3 days that gets chopped down to 9 points, they can't see how illegal and suspicious that appears, that even their own supporters can see it. Even the Democratic voter can see it. And now the Democratic voter is confronted with, what do I do? Okay. And so it's obvious to everyone that these people are completely insane. They're psychopaths. They're dangerous in addition to that. And Kamala Harris, you need to begin packing all your stuff. You have until January 20th, 2025 to vacate the White House. It's time for you to pack your bags because you're fired. Okay, Kamala Harris, you're fired. Pack your bags up and hit the road, Jack. Okay, and then take Stacey Abrams, Barack Obama, and Big Mike Obama. Take Big Mike Obama with you. Okay, we're done with this stuff. All right. And Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, stop trying to tell black men what to think. We have brains for our own. Hey, I went to Stanford University. I went to an elite university. So I don't need you two knuckleheads telling me what to think and what to do. Okay. And I definitely don't need Stacey Abrams. Every time I look at her, I'm just like, oh my God, this is a person that never wants to get married, and that's your prerogative. And you shall get that wish. Okay. With that, this is Daniel Plummer, the Crypto Kid, always keeping it strong and real, delivering the truth. Okay. I stand by God and I deliver the truth. Okay. And I'll call anybody out on their crap, even my own mother. All right. So I'm an equal opportunist, whether you're my family or friends. If you're out of line, I'll call you out on your crap. Don't mess with me. I'm a bad man. With that, this is the Crypto Kid signing out. Remember, the future is crypto. We can look forward to Bitcoin and Ethereum to continue to soar in the markets. So get ready, boys and girls. Let's have a good time. All right. Enjoy the rest of your day.